Welcome to the Jersey Shore Spirits Podcast.
It's back from the dead.
Where have we been?
I don't even want to turn the music off. I think we should just do this for 90 minutes.
There was no music, so we can make up for the music.
All right. Wow. Well, hopefully everyone hears it this time.
That would be nice. Otherwise, we just sound like idiots. Again.
What everyone won't know is that we were just waiting for about 4 minutes to initialize and explode.
Pouring coffee, initializing, whatever.
Yeah.
Longest intro ever.
Hamsters, right? What's going on in this
What's
world?
hamsters on there? I don't know what that was about.
It did say.
Yeah, Jersey Shore Spirits Podcast. We're back. I am joined by Mike. Who's this guy over here in the purple hat? Purple Rain?
Purple rain. Chuck.
And of course, my name is Shannon. Today, it might be different tomorrow based on how this summer's been going so far.
It might be different in an hour after we drink this bottle.
Yeah, who knows? It's been one of those, I don't even know what to call it, year, decade, moment in time. We're back. We have not been available.
I was going to say, how long has it been since we've been on? It has been the summer, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we did one in June.
I don't think we did.
Maybe the last one was in
When
June.
was Polar Plunge? I think we did one or two after that.
That might have been April or May.
So probably May is our last podcast.
Well, we're back. We are back. There's been a lot of things that have happened since then. The summer has been robust with activities and tasks and headaches and, as the young kids say, crash outs. This summer has been rage bait. Right, Mike? Would you agree?
I would agree.
Right.
But we were gone with reason.
Yeah, because we've been busy, but we are back. We've heard the people's demands. What do we got, like 2.5 people that were asking for us to get this podcast back?
2 3/4.
2 3/4. Okay. I stand corrected. We have all been very busy with our lives, especially with Freehold Distilling Company, which has never been closer. I say that every day because it's true. We have a lot to report. So with this podcast today, this week, whatever it's going to be, we're going to end up probably splitting this into two. We're going to do a lot of catch-up work, and then we're going to start to talk about some distillery updates towards the back end of our show, which will most likely bleed into the second episode of this. It's going to be part 1 and part 2, because there's a lot to go over, and
we want you to listen to episode 2. So
attention to, yeah.
We're going to tease it
we're
into
gonna
episode
tease it
Nice
a
little
bit.
cliffhanger at the end of today's episode.
And if you can't wait, just drive by the building, knock, say hello to whoever is in there.
Boom.
Make sure the doors are locked. If they're not, give us
Probably
a call.
Chuck.
Yep, he'll be there. John will be
I'm
there.
most likely the one that's in there.
Yep.
They let me out every so often.
So before we get started with our summer check-in, things that have been going on in our personal lives, professional lives, all that stuff, we're going to kind of do our tasting of a different spirit at the beginning of our episode, because Chuck has had a long
Yes, please.
week, month, quarter, right? So we're going to get this thing started.
So let's give a little intro to our spirit. This is just something that we enjoy. Has nothing to do with Freehold Distilling.
Nope.
Let's caveat that. It is called a Midwinter Night's Dram. Anybody that knows me knows this is a rye that I like very much. We have had it here often. It is usually a limited production. It's a High West product. It is a blended rye. And give me your glasses. Let me pour this one.
Chuck, that one's from Utah. Is that what it says on the bottle? Utah?
It is from Park City, Utah.
Park City, Utah. Okay. Now, as a beginner in the bourbon area, that would be me. You know, I feel like I'm getting really good at what we're doing here. But in terms of a lot of the products here, I always consider this one to be one of the higher end or highly sought after products, only because of the people I would talk to that would, hey, have you had this? Have you tried that? And I'm like, no. And I don't know. I don't know that I'd ever buy that bottle. I'm not sure what the retail is, but
so let's just start with, I love the bottle. I love the name. I think the name is really cool. I like the way they do it. Like every bottle is like act whatever, scene whatever, so they can send out special blends and stuff like that. They aren't all exactly the same. Obviously, they're a little bit different each time you get it. This is probably the 4th or 5th bottle I've had. Like I said, it used to be limited production. It was once a year they would put it out, and it was really hard to get it. You could only get it in certain stores, stuff like that. It's a little easier to get now. I do see it way more often than I used to. But let's give it a try and let it talk for itself a little bit first.
Cheers, guys. Happy to be back.
Salute.
Haven't seen you guys since, I don't know, 12 hours ago. It's got a nice, approachable nose on there. I'm going to try to be refined and pretend like I know what I'm doing here, but it's got a really nice nose to it.
You don't want to just do a shot? Slam it back.
That's smooth, Mike.
Don't talk about smooth. Again, spit that out. Yeah, so it is, obviously it's a rye. It's got a little bit of a bite to it, a little spice to it. Not too much, though, right? It's blended, so they kind of smooth all of that out for you. But it is very good. It is. I really like it.
So I don't have a lot of experience with ryes, Chuck. And in order for a spirit to qualify as a rye, what is it with the mash bill or the blended profile that needs to be present?
It just has to be majority rye.
Okay. Any numbers on that, or just?
I don't hold me to this. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's 51%. It has to be 51%.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Just to be
just like bourbon
scotch,
would have
but
to be
yeah.
51%.
Corn.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy this rye. I think it's really good.
So I've had this before with you because I know you've talked about this for years.
Yeah, we've definitely had these a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And
it's very good.
This summer's kind of been the summer of rye, right? This is probably the third time I gave you guys a bottle of rye to try.
Well, the one from NYU was a rye.
The one from
That
NYU is
was
a
one or
rye,
two
which
podcasts ago.
is different. It is a very different. The Great Jones rye is very different. It's very sweet. It's got a very sweet profile to it, which I really like. I mean, we've drank a lot of that this summer, actually.
There's some sweetness in this too.
especially when you.
This is kind of in between the Great Jones and what I would say is like a typical, more bitey, spicier rye.
I like it. I think it's. Where is it? It's 49. So
I don't know the proof.
right. I think it's almost 100.
I know it was 49.3.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, it's a little higher than what I'm used to, but I think with that being said, it doesn't really have that kind of burn. I think bite is a good word, but it's a very soft approach on it.
Yeah, I've
because-
had ryes that almost you feel like you got heartburn the minute you drank.
Yeah. No, this one's
This
kind
is
of
not
like
one of
it's a slow burn almost.
I feel like I feel the spice on my tongue, but not in the back of my throat where that gets
Yeah, a little
uncomfortable
bit
with the burn.
Like I could. Where's that gum?
Got any more of that gummies?
You do take like I could feel a little spice in the back of my throat right now, but somebody spin this stuff up before we get out.
Yep. I will not be saying any of those things because I'm cognizant of the comments I make. However, the one thing I really enjoy about the branding of this is obviously it's a throwback to Shakespeare, right?
Throwback to Shakespeare. I think the bottle's cool. I think the label is kind of cool looking, like the just the color scheme
Can you
of
turn
it.
that, Mike? Yeah. I mean, even just the glass itself.
Yeah, I dig the whole thing.
You can see that.
Definitely
on
a
camera.
cool like limited production. Like that's it's a cool bottle. The corking is even cool. Like look at the
Yeah,
top of the.
it's an unusual
It's
cork.
almost like an oak top to it.
Like I wish I had this bottle when I was in college because having to take that Shakespeare class was tough. I mean, I felt like I was speaking a different language. I think this would have helped me to understand it a little bit more. Yeah, Chuck, this is a nice choice.
good.
Now with this bottle, again, I don't know all of the stats on it, how long it's been out there, how highly sought after it is. Where could you find a bottle like this? Is this at just any liquor store you go into, or is it really a place that's curating?
So ironically, yeah, I used to. The first time I ever got it, I was at a liquor store in Jersey City, like right outside the Harlem Tunnel. It was a buy right, and I've been looking for this for a really long time. I actually tried it for the first time in American Whiskey in Manhattan, like right across from Penn Station. We were going to a concert, and I think I was with Jeremy. And if you've ever been to American Whiskey, they literally have a library book of whiskeys. And you pick out the one you want. I knew I wanted to try this. And when I asked the guy, he's like, oh, I got to go find it. And apparently they have an entire, and I would love to see it, they have an entire like basement so they have a ton of stuff upstairs in their bar. And then like all the crazy stuff that people don't really drink very often are downstairs. And he had to go to the basement and get this bottle for me so me and Jeremy could drink it. Loved it, went looking for it forever. Like maybe a year later, popped up in a buy right in Jersey City. I was with another guy. I was like, oh, we're getting this bottle right now. Bought that bottle, drank it right away. Then couldn't find it for a long time. Then Wegmans started selling it once a year as like a special thing.
Okay.
Now I've seen it in a bunch of stores. The one by ShopRite over here, they have like 3 bottles in there. I just saw them.
No kidding.
Oh, Jackson Wine Centers?
By the ShopRite in Jackson.
Yep, that's Jackson Wine
Okay.
Center.
Yeah, they have it in there.
Shout out to Mikey over there.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it big. All right. I'll have to go check that out. I enjoy this bottle.
Yeah, it's about usually you'll find it 140-ish, somewhere in that range.
That's not
for the
too
bottle,
bad.
You know?
That's not
crazy.
too bad.
For limited production, it's what you'd expect.
You know, I would actually like to go to that American whiskey place.
Yeah.
That sounds like they have a pretty cool catalog of things to peruse.
Let's pick a night and go there.
A night? We're going to need a month.
It
Is
is.
that the
It is an
only
awesome
American
place.
whiskey, or is that the same as the one by the Prudential Center?
It is not the same as I don't think it's owned by the same people.
Is that all, that's also called American whiskey, right?
It is also called American
Right.
whiskey. That one is. I actually went there. Alex went. We took her to some concert last year, and
Right.
we hung out in there. That's more like a. It was a nice place. It was more like an Applebee's, I would call it. American whiskey in the city is like one of the coolest whiskey bars I've ever been to. It is just a big whiskey bar.
Let's go. I'm down.
I'd do it.
We'll pick a night.
Sounds
man.
like a
we
night.
can definitely go do that.
We're not doing anything now. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I got
We've got
plenty
time.
of free time. All right. So this is Midwinter Nights Dram from Park City, Utah. I'm sure anyone who's listening to this and is familiar with the world of spirits probably is like, come on, idiot. How do you not know that? I'm young at heart, okay? I'm still drinking my juice boxes. Still looking for that Ecto Cooler.
And once again,
hard
I'd
to
like to
find.
just say thank you for starting off the show with a tasting.
Yes,
Yeah. Which we can continue.
we understood
throughout.
the assignment. We know what's going on here. Now that we're feeling a little warm and toasty, you know what else is warm and toasty? The summer. And we've had some weird weather here in New Jersey. You know, we've had a couple tornado threats, some flash flooding.
Yeah, the weather's been crazy, right? It has. We have had a couple crazy days.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is a sign of the times. Is this global
Sure.
warming? Is this chemtrails? Is this nature fighting back because we're ruining the earth? Is it people like me just looking for a reason to not like other people? YouTube, are you doing
Nailed
this
it.
to us?
What,
What's
using
going on
Mother
here?
Nature?
Lithium batteries?
All I know is I've had one tree that lost a huge branch. I had to spend a lot of time cutting that down, getting rid of it from the yard. Had to climb on a ladder and start cutting more branches down. Had ones I couldn't reach. Next storm came, helped me, knocked them all to the ground. So I got back out there, was cutting huge branches up, and now I have a third one in the same spot on the ground. I'm just going to take out the whole tree.
Now, have
So
your branches destroyed anything in your yard? Any fences, furniture, fixtures?
This last one took out a little bit of the fence, but it's repairable. I don't think I have to do much.
Okay.
I mean, I could just probably replace the post, and that's not a big deal. Luckily, they've all landed between the tree and the fence every single time somehow,
Well,
which is great.
And that's good luck. I mean, that's great.
yeah.
I mean, for me, I'd be like, screw it, just take my fence out so I can collect the insurance
Right.
and get a new one. You know, that happened to us last year. Just came down and crushed our whole fence.
That's happened to Rick next door probably half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Same spot. Just keeps falling and knocks that one
I
section
had
out.
a full-size tree fall on my fence last year, but John came over, we cut it in half, and then I just fixed the fence.
Where is he now, huh, John?
Remember my neighbor John Cellini that used to live across the street from me?
That would come on here and just say, "Yep." He's gone. He moved.
I have had 6 people tell me how much they love the fact that John's a simple guy that likes
Vodka and
Vodka
tonic.
tonic.
vodka and tonic.
That's it. Right?
He had the
I
two
said-
greatest lines.
I said we probably each recorded 20 minutes of audio and they cut our lines down to that. I said
Yeah.
that's just everything John said.
Yeah.
You know,
In a nutshell, that is everything John said.
John has had the two greatest lines, that line in the video and the podcast at Polar Plunge when the owner was going to come in and sit and
Are you coming back?
John and I were going to step away and Shannon said, "You guys can come back in a little while." And John goes, "I ain't coming back." Just right under his breath.
no, he knows what he's doing. John has moved to another town. He's still somewhat local, still involved in our business, and going to give him a shout out here. He has been busting his ass to get a lot of stuff done
Yeah, he
in
has.
that building.
Yeah,
John's
yeah.
a workhorse.
We'll talk a little bit more about that later on, but I want to go back to Mike's backyard because one of my favorite moments from this summer is Mike going to your daughter's graduation party.
Yes.
And this is the one thing I love about you is sometimes you just are like, oh, wait, I didn't think about that. And you had your Blackstone ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
You're getting ready to cook all this food for everyone. And all of a sudden, you know, we were lucky with the weather that day because the forecast wasn't looking that great, but it
Right.
was kind of clear. And I think that
Until he started cooking.
the weather
Until.
gods were just like,
Until.
hey, Mike, as soon as you fire up the Blackstone and you get something on, that's when we're coming. So the sky opens up, you feel the winds coming in, it starts to rain, and it was me and a bunch of your friends,
Right, some family members.
carrying this canopy over, and it starts pouring. Not just like a little bit of rain, it was pouring.
It was like there was a waterfall that opened up in the sky right over the Blackstone.
Yeah.
It was insane.
And the best part is that your friends were like, hey, Mike, you want us to get that tent over here? You're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Here comes all this rain. Good thing you got some buddies looking out
and
for you.
You guys grabbed that. Listen, you guys stepped up. You grabbed the tent. I started, cooking everything, and you guys were like, "We got the buns in the tins." Boom. And we became a well-oiled machine until the flame just
died. Another thing I loved about that, we were in the zone, keeping the buns dry, making sure no one had a soggy hot dog.
Right.
No one wants a soggy wiener, right?
Right. Well,
we're cooking. All of a sudden, shoo. Hey, Mike, you got any propane? Oh, that's the thing I forgot to do.
So there's a slight explanation for that, which is I filled a whole bunch of propane tanks, but I brought them all over to...
And then he was huffing for a week.
The boiling point.
Yep.
I got rid of all of them, and I didn't leave any for myself. And as soon as that happened, I looked down and went, oh, no. They're gone.
Fudge.
So Mike Moshetsky and I sprinted through the pouring rain. There's more to that story in a minute. We hopped in the car, we did the exchange. I walked right into the place, and I looked at the guy, and I go, you're going to hate me, but I need 2 tanks of propane now. And his shoulders just slumped, like, you're going to make me go out in this? And I was like, I am. Let's go. But funny thing is, in all that running, in all the rain, my brother had brought me a check for my mother's place. My mother lives in an assisted living place, and we have to pay. He holds one account, I hold the other account. In all my running, I dropped a $3,000 check somewhere in the rain.
Oh, man.
So later that
night...
That's
funny. I picked up a $3,000 check and cashed it that day.
Good.
I thought you had 37 more bottles of this.
So many
and that's where this bottle came from.
That's right.
What a coincidence.
No
Couldn't
idea
read the name on
where
it, but
that
I
went.
cashed it.
But like, imagine that in the middle of the night, I'm like, wait, where's the check? And now I'm like, I'm not going to retrace my footsteps.
Love
I'm
it.
still pouring.
Well,
And the funny thing is, I was inside with...
my brother.
With X and your brother, and we were talking. We're like, "Oh, it's raining."
Yeah.
We had no idea. And then I was like, "Oh, you guys need help out there?" They're like, "No, we're on an island, and you're not allowed to come
that
to
was
it."
that was my favorite thing. Is like, Mike, I walk in, and of course we're like basically soaking wet at this point.
God,
everything's almost done. This is always my favorite person anywhere I go. Wait until everything's done. Hey, you guys need any help out there?
Well,
no, we're good. We're fine.
I went in.
We were uninvited, to be specific. We were told that you guys had an island, and we were not allowed to go on it.
I went in and out of the house. First time, like, you need help? I'm like, no, I'm dry. Everything's fine. Next time, I'm slightly damp. Next time, I'm just dripping wet. Like, you need help? I'm like, still no.
Now,
I'm good.
once we
Don't
saw him wet, we stopped asking if he needed help.
worry.
When he was dry, we're like, "You need help?" When he was wet, I was like, "I'm going
Turn their
outside."
backs to me.
Mike's like, just pretend like you don't see him. He's like a ghost.
Well, congratulations to both of you and your children for graduating high school and moving on to college.
We had rain for Alex's
Alex's
as
party,
well.
we had rain,
All
but
right.
but I built the greatest tent system of all time.
And we were out there on tent patrol with Richie and Dave, and we were pushing all that water off. We had fun.
And it worked awesome. That was the
great.
greatest, like $170 I ever spent.
Yeah.
Was the biggest tarp I've ever seen.
You had
in
a
my
lot
life.
of good extension there. You covered a lot of ground.
It was the whole freaking yard.
Yeah.
Like
It was.
the tarp covered from here to the fence. It was, anybody
Didn't
that
you
knows my
hook it
backyard.
on the roof and go over the roof? into
So
the
I
yard?
hooked it past halfway of this roof down to this. So like basically it was an extension of this roof on. So everything on this side was going to the front. Everything on that side was going all the way to the end, which went all the way to the fence.
across the yard.
So my entire, we really lost no space because we had, Richie's tent, which is on the ground right here. I still haven't returned it to him.
Thanks, Richie.
Was underneath the tarp.
Yeah.
Like his tent was covered by my tarp. That's how big this tarp
He's got
was.
Richie's tarp. Guess where his 800-foot tarp is? In my garage. Which
No,
I have
you don't have my big tarp. I wish you had my big tarp.
What do I
It weighs-
have?
You
I have a huge tarp in my garage.
You have my tent. We bought a tent the week before, which was on the side here. Almost nobody used it. And then it's like a regular tent, like a party tent or whatever. And then we bought this tarp to cover the yard because the day before it was up in the air whether or not it was going to rain. We were debating it.
I remember that.
And I was like, you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry. It will suck to have a tent and it's beautiful out, but like a tarp. But I was like, but if it's not beautiful out, we could still have the party. Thank God we did it.
Right.
I literally walked in the Harbor Freight and I was like, tell me where the biggest tarp you guys have is. And he's like, oh, we have one. It's like 60 by 40 or whatever. And I was like, I'll take it.
That'll do.
The thing, like when I rolled it back up, I can't even pick it up because it falls apart. Like it's so big. So if anybody needs a tarp to use, please remember.
You got a guy.
It would cover the biggest boat on Earth if you needed it.
You guys killed it. You were on some serious dad duty, making sure you had the celebration for your kids. And
now we're at the tail end of this thing.
I was going to say, how many more days do you have?
I was just at Addison's house because she's leaving tomorrow morning for school.
Right.
I know Alex and Grace were together today because she's leaving Monday. She's going to Montclair too. So Grace is going to Montclair.
I may have known that.
And then, Alex has 2 friends that are going to Montclair, actually. And 3, Maggie. And then Alex leaves. She's one of the last ones to leave, actually. She leaves a week from Saturday, so 29th.
got some time.
But she apparently was a little bit of an emotional goodbye tonight. So.
Oh, yeah. It's expected.
So, they're all getting ready to go.
And Maggie's out Monday.
Yeah.
And I think Maya left today. So
Maya left today.
Maya last
Stacey was
night.
talking to Anna before. Yeah.
Great group of kids, though. I have to say that as someone who has some experience with them.
Right.
And, obviously you guys are going to say your kids are great. So I'm going to chime in and tell you, great group of kids. And both of your daughters are just really exceptional.
That entire
young
group
people.
of kids that are all
the
great kids.
The entire class
I'll miss
is
seeing
great.
them all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. But like I told when Shannon was bawling her eyes out today.
Not me. I was man Shannon.
Different Shannon. Yes. Female Shannon. I said, they're not dying. Like they're going to school. They're going to talk to each other every day. Like
it's a good
It's
thing.
even different than when we were at school.
Oh.
Like they will see each other all the time. They will talk to each other. Like it's not
They could FaceTime every single night.
Snapchat. Like they're going to go to each other's schools and go to concerts and music and this and that. Like relax. They're going to have a great time. It's going to be a great 4 years. I have confidence in all of them and what they're going to do. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be in the city once a week going to see Alex. So it'll be fun.
It's exciting.
Cool
it's different, but it's a new journey.
I mean, I got to see where Alex's dorm is last week, and it's crazy. She's in the heart of it. Like Webster Hall's on the other side of her dorm. I was like, you could go to the coolest concerts ever. Yeah. Like on a Thursday night, you could just walk a block and go to a concert. This is so awesome.
Yeah. Insane.
That's sweet.
She's got 3 movie theaters. There's like Wegmans down the street. There's the coolest little bodega market I've ever seen at the end of her block.
It's pretty cool. I think the wild thing is too. Your perspective is this is your first child going to college. I've been through it twice.
Yeah, this is your last.
Before this is my baby,
the baby,
which is weird because no matter what, I mean, when Winnie was this age, it was like, oh, she's ready for this new adventure, and Casey, you're ready for this new adventure. Now Maggie, it's like you're not old enough to do this. You're like locked in at 4 years old in my head.
Yeah.
So it's a weird feeling, even though she's clearly an adult. She's become very responsible. It's just a strange feeling. It really is. But cheers to them,
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's a big night.
Congrats, gentlemen. And I'm on the other end where my oldest is going into high school. And she'll be going to that Performing Arts Academy.
Which is awesome.
Working on audio
great.
production. Yeah, which...
Awesome.
Of course, she's my kid.
She can produce
just
the show for us soon.
Backs right into it. Oh, she's going to be working with all of the equipment. I told her, you're going to be recording my band in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So
She's going to be recording this podcast.
She doesn't know.
Forget about a couple of years, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Can we put
What's
her
she
on
doing
payroll?
tonight?
Can we put her on Freehold Distilling payroll?
Dude, I will put her on my payroll. Like, I would love somebody to do production for us so I don't have to figure out how to do this as I go.
So we've had a lot going on this summer. We're still going to hold up on the Freehold Distilling updates. We have a lot to get to. But one thing that's been popping off this summer for you guys is the boiling point.
Yeah.
You guys want to spend a little bit of time talking about the boiling point and maybe explaining, what's been new with that venture you guys are on?
So for those of you who don't know, we own a seafood boil company called The Boiling Point, and we were originally based out of Point Pleasant. Shannon's been part of this for a while. And it kind of morphed from coming in to pick up your own pot, bring it home and steam it, to we're going to come out and cater for you. And we still do both. We don't have that storefront in Point Pleasant anymore. I basically do everything online where we talk to people, and the word of mouth has been tremendous to the point that we keep bringing guys on. I haven't even told you this, but we have a new guy named Juan Carlos who's starting this weekend. He's training with Rich. We didn't get to that because we don't have that kind of time to talk about things. But the more people we bring on, the more we could take on, and the busier we are. And it's just been incredible this summer.
we had one weekend where there was like 8 caters. And to Mike's, thank God for Mike, because I've been so busy with the distillery. Mike's been doing most of the boiling point stuff. I haven't been doing a ton of Boiling Point stuff this summer. Mostly, distillery and kind of what Mike tells me we need to do. I just try and help him out.
Yeah, and
So
that was part of the deal.
He's been covering most of that for sure. Him and Rich.
You. But that's been part of the deal. Is I knew how busy. We had discussed you were going to be really hands on with the construction, which is not my forte, and I would take up what you were going to be missing with the Boiling Point. But it became so big, and I couldn't handle it by myself, that we brought our head cook Richie on as another owner, and he's been shining. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, so we moved to another spot. We kind of had a deal with another one of our friends, Chris, who owns Trevi Pizza. Chris and Kevin out
Freehold,
in
New Jersey.
And they said, hey, listen, guys, like let's work out of this store and we can start building something out of this store. So we kind of started doing that. I think there's going to be a second iteration of that, which is going to be awesome. But they've been a big help to us. Like I said, catering has been through the roof this summer. Sometimes I'm amazed at how many caters we have in a weekend.
Yeah. And we'll be prepping tomorrow night for a big weekend again coming up.
So for anyone who's interested in this Boiling Point experience, because I know firsthand that's what it is, as you move out of the summer, obviously there's going to be local summer in September, and then heading into October, I know when I was involved with you guys, that was typically when we would hit that dead zone in Point, and we wouldn't have too much traffic. What do you guys got going on moving forward out of September? Are you still going to be taking any caters through the fall and winter months?
So we do small, I'll speak for Mike a little bit here. We do small kind of in-house catering in the wintertime a little bit. We do get requests every so often, like, hey, could you guys come in and do a party for 10 in the house? And I know Mike's done a few of them. I don't want to announce anything yet because we do have some kind of cool ideas coming up. But I think that Trevi Boiling Point relationship is going to grow a lot. We have a meeting that we have to still set that we're going to talk about this a little bit. But I think we have some cool ideas on some like in-store, in-restaurant ideas that we have talked about for years about doing, and I think that's going to come to fruition soon.
That's exciting.
It couldn't be a worse time because we have the distillery stuff coming up.
It's so busy.
But I think it's going to pop off at the same time the distillery is getting ready to open, which is kind of awesome.
The crossover is kind of happening already. We're bringing 3 pizzas to an event this weekend.
I didn't know that. That's kids. Awesome. I'm actually really happy to hear that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and I've been talking to Kevin a lot about different ideas. We just can't execute them yet because we are just too busy. And whenever I have any kind of downtime with between my family and my mother, and then getting over to the distillery, it's just not the right time. But once the fall comes and we do slow down, and by the way, we have bookings through October 12th.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So you're already past that September.
Yeah, a little bit. So it's nice to know we've got stuff flowing for quite some time, and we'll see how we can make it grow as we go into the winter. And then once we get to December, we do the Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Right. That's always a popular one.
Which is a big one.
It is a big one.
It's big.
It'll be a little easier this year than it was
Yeah.
in the last year or so, but yes.
Now, for anyone who's not familiar with what a seafood boil is, I'm not a seafood eater, so I only had a little bit of an idea of what it was when I got started with you guys, but just explain a little bit for anyone who's unfamiliar. What exactly is the seafood boil?
You want it or me?
No, you can go for it.
Okay. So a seafood boil is a combination of potatoes, onion, corn, andouille sausage, and shrimp. And then you could build on it. Some people call it a clam bake, so they automatically include clams. We offer clams. We offer mussels. We offer snow crab clusters and
Scallops,
lobster tails and scallops. And, we do have some requests for other seafood items. I'm not going to mention put any ideas out there.
Well, I'm going to mention one. I remember doing a cater a couple of years ago for king crab legs.
Yep.
And they were
huge.
And they were like, I was like, dude, this is like an alien that they found somewhere. This thing was massive. It could kill someone.
King crab legs are awesome.
Insane.
Galamad, we do a galamad in some of our seafood
That's
boils.
calamari for all of you non-Italian people.
But I've got Dungeness crabs this weekend. Somebody requested that. I'm going to pick up some crawfish this weekend. I tend not to deal with crawfish.
Crawfish are such a pain.
They are a pain.
Yes, they are.
And we've dealt with some other things, and there are some things that I've said we're not going back to it. I'm not handling.
We will entertain anything with a conversation, but
if it doesn't
there's some
go
things
well,
that we don't suggest that you would do.
And we provide, we'll come out, we'll cook on site for you. We'll bring our own burner, our own big pot, cook everything together. We've got some exclusive seasonings that we use. And listen, it's an experience. People love to come over and watch what we're doing, and they love the smells. And even when they cook it on their own, it's an experience. Like, it's a great date night for a guy and his wife or a guy and his girlfriend to cook together, or a family.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we stumbled upon it. We were doing it with our families, and the kids were so excited about eating it. And
we just did a bucket. We didn't even do it.
No.
I thought you were going to say you guys were on a date night, and that's how you
We were
did
on a
it.
date night.
Okay.
We were on a date night.
to make sure.
We brought our
absolutely on a
wives and
date night.
kids, but whatever, it was us.
Sharing a stick of gum.
That's right. But yeah, so and anybody who would like to know more about it can check out our website, which is www.the-boilingpoint.com. That hyphen is the key. Otherwise, you go to some movie website. I don't know.
Yeah, also on Facebook and Instagram, you can shoot over a DM for your custom seafood boil. Good times, guys. I'm glad that it's growing and things are moving forward for you. It's exciting to watch. I know you guys have put in a lot of hard work in that venture, and it's nice to see it kind of start to come to fruition, and all the things we talked about years ago are starting to get there. So that's
Coming
exciting.
full circle.
What else have we had going on this summer? All the distillery stuff we're going to talk about soon.
Right.
The distillery stuff could be 3 podcast updates.
Yeah.
What
Like,
about
that's how different it's been.
any
since-
personal things going on? Anything fun you've been working on? Any cool experiences you've had over the summer? Things with your kids? Things with your family?
You know what? Like I've again, we're doing the transition thing of Alex getting ready to go to school, so we're dealing with that. You know, just trying to do whatever we can. You know, like Juliana and I have become like the let's go to the movies thing. Like, we've gone to the movies the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Seen a couple cool movies. I will tell you, if you haven't seen The Odyssey, go see The Odyssey.
I really want to see the Odyssey.
So
I haven't
awesome.
had the
and
time.
I didn't want to see it.
Really?
Well, our deal was like I wanted to see Spider-Man, so I was like, I'll go see. I promised her all. Like, she loves The Odyssey; it's one of her favorite stories. So I was like, all right, well, you know, JG, I will go to The Odyssey with you, but we're going to Spider-Man after that. We have seen both since. I will say The Odyssey was better.
Wow.
Honestly,
Than
Spider-Man was
Spider-Man?
really good too.
I
But
heard Spider-Man was great.
Spider-Man was really. We just saw it on
Two different
Sunday night.
things.
Very different things. Yeah.
Definitely two different things.
I
similar.
wish we saw The Odyssey like in IMAX.
Yeah,
I heard it
yeah.
was phenomenal.
Because
It's that kind of movie.
It would be that good. I just wasn't like. It was one of those things where I brought my AirPods with me, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna listen to music while we're watching this movie. And within 5 minutes, I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is so good. Matt Damon's such a badass in that movie.
You would listen to music and not watch The Odyssey, Chuck?
I mean,
There's a world where you do that. You go
there-
to the movie and you don't even watch it.
There's certainly movies that I was like, I'll watch.
I went to the
I'll see.
Cat's Eye documentary with my kids last week. I had no interest, but I learned all the dance moves.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Can
Got a
you
special
share
place
some
for
of
me.
those dance moves?
I haven't stretched out, so now no. Yeah, no.
Part 2.
Yeah, I mean, my kids have been to a bunch of concerts. I think I've only been to the one this summer. I mean, I always go to see a lot of local band kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I've been to your band. I've probably been to 50% of the
absolutely.
Shoreline Howlers concerts.
We have
least.
a couple coming up.
And
We've
I'm
got,
sure I will be at them.
September 10th in Jersey City. That's going to be a tough sell. Thursday night at the Pet Shop.
Oh, that's actually. I may be at that because that
Okay.
might be perfect for me because
We have at
Thursday
least-
nights is my NYU night. So
Perfect.
it
All right,
might actually
so
be perfect.
we
for
might
me for
have
that.
one there.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, if
I
you're
will be
commuting, let me know.
catching. I will be catching one of your concerts
Yeah.
this fall. Not
They're
September
awesome.
10th.
They're great. I've enjoyed every show I've gone to.
We'll have another one at Asbury. We're going to be booking one. I think it's November.
I represent my Shoreline Howard shirt
Yep.
whenever I can.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of like local kind of stuff. Like we go to a lot. I mean, we go to Asbury a lot. We go to a lot of local band stuff.
Right.
I think the only actual show I've been to this summer was the one I went to last week, Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think I've been to another show.
Well, you went to the Mannequin Pussy show, and Foo Fighters just happened to be there, right?
I went to the Mannequin Pussy Queens of the Stone
For
Age
those of
show.
you that don't know, Mannequin Pussy is a local band from Philly that I followed for a long time, and they have
And they're very good.
finally made
Yeah.
it. They're blowing up. I saw them August 1st at Starland Ballroom. They had a headlining show that was
I
sold
saw
out.
them See Here Now last year. They were great at See Here Now.
How was? I know we talked about the Foo Fighters concert a bit. What'd you think?
I thought it was awesome.
You went to the one in
Yeah,
Philly.
They're great. You know, they're like, if you're a Foo Fighters fan, they put on a great show. They know how to do it.
I think if you're not a Foo Fighters fan, they put on a great show because
Yeah, I'm
you
sure.
just wind up knowing a
Because
lot
Dave
of their
Grohl
music.
is so like enjoyable to
He
listen
is.
to, and he's such a nice guy that you just want to watch the show anyway. Yeah, the show is great. You know, I would say Lincoln Financial Field is, you know, a pretty good place to see a show.
It is.
It's a dump.
Second to MetLife Stadium, obviously, but I would definitely prefer to be at. I still call it Giant Stadium, but I would
Yeah,
prefer to be up
do
there
too.
than Philly. But it was a cool place to see a show. I definitely liked it there. I mean, it was enjoyable.
I saw them a few years back at Giant Stadium or MetLife or whatever we're going to call
It's
it.
Giant Stadium.
I
I
saw
hate
them
the
at the-
Giants, but it's Giant
They
Stadium.
were incredible.
I've
that
only
night.
seen them one other time, which was at the See Here Now festival, like
Okay.
maybe 3 years ago.
Right.
And honestly, like that's such a good. Like the sound sucks. Let's be specific. Like when you go to See Here Now festival, if you're on the sand stage or if you're on the surf stage, the sound sucks. It's not very good. They just don't know how to like. You know, I saw the most iconic ever Bruce Springsteen concert. For a Bruce Springsteen
Yeah.
fan, it was amazing. The set list was the best set list I've ever seen, and the sound sucked. Right.
That's why you got to get the record that came out on Record Store Day.
If you go
Soundboards.
to the park stage, which is inland a little bit, it's all like I saw Sublime on the park stage last year, and it was one of the best shows ever. Like they
Yeah.
were amazing. I would say
Sound makes a difference.
I still love the festival itself. I think the way it's like designed, it's so like laid back, and you can kind of just jump wherever stage you want to go to. They always have like the one stage is always like a little bit more like localish. That's where I saw Mannequin Pussy last
Yeah.
year, and they had another band. I wish I could remember the name. I got to find out the name of it. The band that was on after Mannequin Pussy was also really good. Lenny Kravitz was great last year. Like the festival itself, I enjoy the festival. Like they do a cool job of like spirits in the middle. Like you could go to like they have like the one year they had it set up where it was almost like you walked into a pub, and they had I forgot what whiskey company it was, but it was really cool inside there. So they do like a lot of cool stuff. It would be a great place for us one year to try and
Right.
get like a cool setup there
Right.
because they do. Draws a great crowd, man. It's a fun festival. We enjoy the day. Me and Alex go every year. She's going to come in from NYU to come. We're going to go the Saturday, the 19th one. But it is a great time.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. We might as well just put it in now. I would like to go on record and say that I absolutely detest and despise what Asbury Park has become in the last 10 to 15 years with
It's not funny 'cause I love
Madison
whatever.
Marquette just buying everything and ruining everything. Have you seen the new proposal to move the Stone Pony now?
Somebody told me about it.
I haven't seen that.
It's
Tell me.
all the
I would
development.
hate that, but I don't. We'll see. And
Where to?
I'll have to send you what that diagram looks like. It's
Okay.
Do
Somebody
know-
told me about
You
it.
want to
I
know
haven't
why
seen
they
it.
want to move the Stone Pony?
because that's prime real estate for condos, probably.
More, just what we need in Asbury Park.
I mean, that's my guess. You know how much those condos are going for? They just built the ones over the Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
Right? The Wonder Bar,
And there's-
right? Like half that Wonder Bar lot
I
became
was just there.
condos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were. I was there that night, too. That was, what show did you go see?
I went to go see Steely Dead.
Steely Dead. I was there we just went over to Asbury Park that night. And I said, I think Shannon's at the show somewhere over here
I
tonight.
was at Steely Dead,
'Cause
by the way.
You told me I should go to the Steely Dead
Steely
concert.
Dead.
Was it good?
So these guys are from Denver. They take Steely Dan and Grateful Dead songs, and they don't like intertwine them where they mix them up, but it's like a classic jam band show where they start out with one song
Okay.
and then jam right into another one. And
That's
of course,
cool.
there's some kind of thing to think about, but these dudes rolled up on the stage. They're a 4-piece band.
Okay.
They played for an hour and 10 minutes straight, finally said something, and then played for another half hour, took a break, came back out, and played for another 90 minutes straight.
I think Steely Dan is a very underrated like 70s band.
And here's my favorite thing about Steely Dead is they didn't go for all of the songs you know.
Okay. That's
They
interesting.
went for like deep cuts on Steely
You
Dan.
have to be a Steely Dan
and
fan to really
Yeah.
like
It was wild. When I got home, I told Colleen it's one of the best jam bands I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
These
cool.
guys were
That's great.
insane. So when they come around, Chuck, we got to go check them
Yeah,
out.
I
They were
definitely.
insane.
You had told me about it, and I remember we were like, 'cause I was busy doing stuff. Like it was probably distillery stuff. I was so busy
Yeah.
that night, and I was like, you know what? Let's just like go grab some food somewhere. And then and I was like, oh, Shannon invited me to come see a band tonight. I said, I don't know where they're playing. And then we were walking down the board. I was like, motherfucker, they're right in.
That's probably exactly what you said.
That's definitely what I said. They're at the Wonder Bar right now. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually love the Asbury music scene. I get what you're saying. Like they have tried to like push out the little guys to get the big commercial stuff in there, but they still do a great job of like really inviting bands in and getting a lot of stuff.
Well, that's
there,
the thing
so-
with it is it's still there's a reason
It's
why
still
I go
the
there.
music scene down the Jersey
It's
Shore.
the music
Yeah.
and it's the food.
Oh, the food's
Yeah.
awesome.
The food
you
is
can't-
still
yeah, you're
is
not-
still kicking.
the best food in
It's-
the state, pretty much. you
I
know,
went
like-
there last week with a friend from work. We went on a little food tour. Nothing too crazy, just a couple spots. But we went to the new Caniglio's Pizzeria
How was
in
it?
Asbury Park. And I know that's like a second location from them.
You know the Brickwell Tavern's back, right?
I went there too.
Oh,
I went there too.
I love
Let's just say
Rickwell
that the
Tavern.
bartender I had was definitely skiing.
Okay.
He was certainly skiing.
Did they bring back the mashed potato bowls?
So I didn't see their food menu because when I got there, their kitchen was closed. But they
had
did
such
have
great lunch menus.
I
there.
went there on their hip hop night. So
Okay.
they had someone
love
spinning
hip-hop
nights.
90s hip hop. It
Nice.
was great.
We went years ago to before they closed down the convention hall
Yeah.
to see. We went to freestyle night with. This is like like
man.
when Stacy and Jocelyn first became friends. Like we went with Jocelyn, my buddy Mike, his wife. I think Rob Alfano's wife might have been there that night. Like, and it was like TKA and like.
Yeah.
All the heavy hitters.
The coolest freestyle bands. Like if you're a freestyle guy, like I'm a
Late
big freestyle
80s,
guy
yeah.
from that era. It was such a great show. I would love to go to another freestyle show. Like that was such a good show.
You know, they had one in AC. I was in Atlantic City over the weekend, and I want to say it might have just happened or happens next week, and they had someone from Ace of Base will be there. And it was like
Ace
a
of Base
whole,
came-
it's
Ever
like a
since
whole
that
bill.
conversation,
Yeah.
every time that comes up, I send you a picture of
Yeah.
it.
And I was like, man, Chuck and I should go to this thing.
I saw this song.
I don't think there's been a band talked about more on this podcast
We're
than
fans.
Ace of Base.
Just wait until you see our cocktail menu. It's all that she wants is another bourbon. I went to Atlantic City over the weekend, kind of impromptu. There's a band called the Jerry Garcia Band. Now in August 1st through August 9th, it's called the Days Between. It's when Deadheads come together and honor Jerry Garcia from his
Okay.
birthday to his death.
Right.
With a lot of the other guys having passed away since, there's been a lot of things going on in terms of concerts and tributes. So this other band called the Jerry Garcia Band is a band that tours nationally. Obviously, he's no longer with us, so how could they be the Jerry Garcia Band? It's this guy named Melvin Seals who plays keyboard and the Hammond B3 organ. And he played with Jerry for a long time in the Jerry Garcia Band. So for years, this guy's been going around touring with a bunch of other well-known musicians in that realm, and they would strictly do only Jerry Garcia solo songs. So it's a lot different. Some Deadheads are into it. Some Deadheads aren't. I went to see them at the Tropicana.
Okay.
And I've seen this band 5 or 6 times in the last few years, and they always put on like a rip-roaring show. Like just everyone's just going crazy. I might have to say that the Tropicana was the worst place I've
Really?
ever seen a concert. Number
Really?
one, it's in this theater that I think is maybe a 2,000 person capacity.
Okay.
It's in the showcase room.
Okay.
The sound, just like everything is turned down. Everything is on mute. And
So I always tell people PNC is the worst sounding venue you can possibly go to.
I think PNC might have been better than this one.
That's insane.
And this, I
Because
feel
PNC
like
is the worst. It's so bad there.
this one, I mean, if you've ever been to a Dead-related show or even just a jam band, it's lively, it's interactive, it's loud. People are doing their thing, they're getting crazy. This was just like, man, these guys look bored on stage.
Oh.
Like
Yeah,
it
that's
just
not good.
wasn't a good show. But of course, they are coming back, Jerry Garcia Band. They'll be playing October 25th at the Stone Pony. That's the same night that you have tickets to Journey. That's the same night that I'm not going to Journey because I'm going to see my daughter's favorite K-pop
Why don't we
band.
talk about my tickets to Journey and how that... Because that is a great story.
Let's hear it.
So Shannon says to me, do you want to go see Journey? I don't even think you said, do you want to go see Journey? I think you said, I bought you tickets to go
I
see
didn't
Journey
ask. Yeah.
in October. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. We're going to go see Journey. Like, we've seen Journey twice this year so far.
Yeah.
Then like a week later, he goes, I just found out that my daughter, whatever band that she's into, is the same night.
Cat's Eye.
So I'm giving you the tickets for Journey. I said, so wait, so you bought me tickets to go see Journey?
Yeah.
to go see Journey in October?
Roundabout way. I still got to transfer them to you. But I think that is going to end up being the better Journey show of the 3 that we would have been able to see because it will be in Newark.
Steve Perry.
It will be at Prudential Center.
It's the end of the tour. Steve
It's
Perry.
leveled up,
that'd
state
be
of the art.
nice.
Nah, there's no way that's going to happen. If
Don't.
I'm just letting you
break
know.
my heart right now.
Yes.
Let him keep his hopes.
If they're going to do it, it's going to be in San Francisco.
Shannon is
You
going
think
to hang himself.
Steve Perry's going to
if
come.
Steve Perry shows up to that
Steve
show.
Perry's going to say, you know what? Let's go to Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I hear that's a beautiful place this time of year.
If I send Shannon a picture of me at a concert and Steve Perry singing, he will literally kill
There's
himself
going to
that
be
night.
about 50 guys that
Chuck's
look
gonna
like
have his
Steve
arm
Perry
around
singing next to
Steve
you.
Perry in a selfie.
Chuck's going to have enough to drink that he thinks he's next to Steve Perry. It'll just be my friend Steve that he's sitting next to. There's a better shot of Steve Perry joining the Cat's Eye group and looking like he's a 23-year-old woman than
That's
playing
not happening.
No,
That's definitely
not at all. All right, we are really rocking and rolling here. See what a little Midsummer Night's Dream does, or I'm sorry, Midwinter.
Dram.
I want to talk a little bit. We're going to transition. Our summers have been crazy. We have a lot to talk about, but the one thing we haven't really touched on yet is our Get Ready with Tea, or our Grout, or Groot, as some people call it.
Vlad calls it Groot.
And our delicious Three Brooks Bourbon, which is still my favorite bottle. It's such a good drink.
I always say, I'm not being biased. It is an awesome bourbon.
Yeah, it's really
Such
good.
an awesome bourbon.
And it's been nice now that I'm on the Three Brooks Bourbon social media pages, just seeing people that reach out and some of the bourbon reviewers and things.
Unbelievable reviews on our bourbon.
One guy checked in with us today just to see how our distillery was coming along, just to ask us, hey,
I love it.
What are you guys doing? But we've had some events over the summer. At the end of June, we had an event with CG's. It was an end of a year, teacher's last day.
Mm-hmm.
So for all of the Jackson teachers here, and you know what, guys, I'm over it. I'm going to just say it. I'm a Jackson teacher. I live here in Jackson. I'm a middle school teacher. Cat's out of the bag. Everyone already knows. Yeah. But we
shout out to the best school district, best teachers,
best teachers.
Dude, my kids. Look, Alex is going to a great school, and it all has to do with the teacher she was in. Whatever.
Yeah. No,
this school district has been great to us. These it's a family. These guys are great. They really work hard to take care of these kids. So shout out to all the Jackson teachers.
And it was cool for us to approach CG's and try to put together an event for the teachers. So we had it where it was all day. It was a percentage off of food from CG's. They generously were willing to do that with their teacher credentials. And then we had a couple of giveaways that we sponsored. We had some Belmar Beach badges. We gave away
excited winners.
A couple pairs. Yep.
Did the person ever fix the beach badge issue?
No. So somebody contacted me a week later, and she lost her beach badge and wondered if it was turned in and if they would look up the number and they would have called one of us. It didn't happen.
Our number is on file. I would think they would have called us, but I also don't think anybody would. So the way the beach, for anybody that's not from Jersey, the way the beach badge works, it's literally a piece of paper that just says, we have them. Like, my daughter goes to the Belmar all the time with her friends. She has her own beach badge.
Yep.
And when my wife goes to the beach, she just uses Alex's beach badge, right? It doesn't have your name on it. It doesn't, it's just literally beach badge. So if somebody found that beach badge, they would be nuts to turn it in.
Right.
Right? They could just use it to get into Belmar.
You'd have to stumble across that very honest person.
Unfortunately, they're a hot commodity. Belmar's a really busy beach. It's probably one of the busiest beaches in New Jersey, hands down.
And there's so much there, too.
All the kids, that's the beach that all the kids want to go to.
100%.
If you're,
high school to college age.
If you're 17 to 26, Belmar's your beach. Right?
100%.
I'm an old guy now, so I like Asbury. I'm an Asbury guy. I like to go there. I like to listen to music. I like to get the food. But if you're of that age, Belmar's the place you want to go. You don't want to go to these other beaches, all of Alex's and Juliana's just starting to hit that age where in another year or two, her and her friends are going to want to go to Belmar. They're not going to want to go to any,
Yeah.
It's just the place to go. It's the hangout place. They got the pliables. They got the
some good food out there for sure.
Yeah, it's easy, quick food is across the street. When you turn 21, it's all the cool bars you want to go to. It's the bar A's and the DJs and all those places. So nobody's turning in that beach badge. I'm sorry to the winner. I wish I could do more for you, but we have not gotten a call on that beach badge. And if we did, I certainly would reach right out to you, but we did not.
It never happened. That thing was picked up, and somebody was very excited to find a new beach.
Well, you know what?
But CG's took care of you for pricing, right? They gave you a good discount to go drink there.
Yeah, and we had a good time. There was a really good turnout from a lot of the different schools in the district.
Yeah,
for sure.
And even local. Howell was there.
Yep.
Yeah, there was
people there.
Howell,
some
Lakewood
people there.
Yeah, there was a few different towns.
It was a good day, a good turnout.
And it was interesting how the schools dismissed at staggered times. So first there was the high school crowd, then the middle school crowd, and it kept.
So I came pretty late, so I didn't know that all that happened.
I was there from the beginning, so it was good.
People.
I got to talk to each group of teachers and introduce myself, see who knew my kids.
If you're local to the area, CG's is the coolest local bar.
They take care of you so well there.
We are there quite often. We love CG's.
Yep.
I believe I'll be there tomorrow, probably.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let me know.
So if you guys are going,
Yeah.
let me know.
What time? I got band practice, but
What day is it? Today's Wednesday.
tomorrow's Thursday.
The day after tomorrow today. Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
So with that being mentioned, with CG's, we potentially have another event coming up on September 3rd where it's kind of in the same vein where instead of have a nice summer teachers, it's, hey,
It's welcome back.
Here's one more day of summer teachers. You're going to need a stiff drink and some good food because the end of the
think
world
it's-
is happening.
It's semi-confirmed at this point. Like
I
the
spoke
date is
to Anthony
confirmed?
last
Yeah.
night, and he said the 3rd works. And according to Shannon, that's when a lot of the teachers are going to be coming back. So
Yeah, it'll be the
it
last
should be a
day
good
of in-service, so people might be wanting to go out and live it up a little bit before the start of Labor Day weekend. And I think it makes sense, and if not, I'll be there.
We'll have to work out the logistics because I have my first day of school that day, actually, with kids.
What a nerd. Imagine that.
I know.
what day?
I
is
I
that
don't
your
teach
first
in
day?
Jackson.
September 3rd. Holy crap!
Yeah, September 3rd and 4th, I have students. So I don't teach in Jackson, but I teach also up in Homedale.
Those poor kids.
Yeah.
Love you, Mike.
I know. But yeah, no, it's. I was thinking I'll be there early, and then I have to leave because I have my fantasy football draft that night. However, I don't know if I can even be there early because I'll still be in school, and you guys will be getting started already.
Well, I'll have a drink for you.
All right.
Don't worry.
Please do.
So that'll be happening probably September 3rd at CG's in Jackson. Open to everyone, but especially our beloved teachers here in the state of New Jersey. Other events we have coming up, I mean, I don't have the dates confirmed or at least in front of me, but
The B2 event is Labor Day weekend. That's
yes, with
Sunday,
that September
right?
6th, we've got the B2 pool party sponsored by Get Ready with Tea, Three Brooks Bourbon. Come
Our
on out. It's
second
an
one.
excellent location in Bayville. They've got the pool. They've got a great menu. Jimmy over there is just a wonderful guy, and the staff is fantastic. And Ian does a really good job of working with those
Yeah,
guys
it's a great event.
getting it set. I think it's been fun to watch. I mean, speaking to our business, seeing how everyone has their own different strengths and the way that they work with people. I think it's fair to say that all of us are really good at creating relationships and getting to know people, but the way that everyone does it is the own personal touch, and I've really enjoyed
Yeah.
seeing Ian grow that relationship with B2. They're really good people.
Yeah,
over
I
there.
think everybody in this group is a very relationship-driven kind of person,
Yeah.
and I think that is what really has driven what we've done so far and what's going to happen going forward. And I think that is the Freehold Distilling Company. Like I think going forward, the relationships that we've built and the friendships and this is a family, and that's what's built where we've gotten to, and that's what's going to get us to the next spot.
Yeah, and speaking of our family, we've got a couple of charity events coming up. We're going to be doing something at the Central State Hospital in September. It's a benefit for MS. We partner up with Max's in Raintree and also in Neptune. We'll be there doing a tasting and doing some charity. We've also got some golf outings coming up.
Yeah.
I don't have the dates in front of me, but I know one of them is maybe New Jersey State Police affiliated.
I think so.
Another one is with Lavodi's potentially, and another charity thing that we're doing. So we've got some cool charity stuff coming up in
the
September.
Old Bridge Police Department, we did one for them last year, an event. And I know I spoke to Kevin today. I think we're going to do something for them again today.
Awesome.
This year.
Yeah, so if you're listening or watching and you have some events coming up and you're looking for any businesses to sponsor or donate, please send me an email or hit us up on socials. It's Shannon at freeholddistilling.com. We'd love to talk to you and see what you have going on because we're trying to be in every community we can be.
We're local guys.
Yeah.
We definitely want to support local.
We should say also the Jackson Police reached out for us to do the bourbon tasting again.
Which we've done every year.
We-
I
every
assume we'll
single
do it this
year.
year. That is a great event. If
And-
you're local to Jackson, definitely go to the PBA Pig Roast, which I don't have the date. Like I don't know the date off the top of my head. I know Ian's band plays.
Yeah.
They didn't actually play it last year, but they're playing this year.
Moondoggy.
Moondoggy
Yeah.
will be
Oh,
back
yeah.
there this year.
I think it's October 3rd.
I believe that is correct.
I think it's October 3rd.
It is a great event. It is a
And-
cool local event. They do a gift auction. It's a fun event.
And we might be doing something in the winter for the Homedale PBA as well. As we approach the holiday season.
Very cool.
So I'll have more details on that as we get closer to that.
All right, and then some of the other things we have had going on all summer. We've got Reef and Barrel over in Manasquan / Seagirt. Awesome spot. It's right by where Colleen works. So
Great spot.
usually if we
That's
go
good.
to the beach over there and then were out at the same time. We stopped there for lunch, but they've got trivia nights. I know our buddy Sean, our salesman, he loves to go there. He's a big reef and barrel guy. They've got I believe it's Wednesday night trivia, and they sell buckets of Get Ready with Tea for $25.
And we sponsored a few things. I went to that. There was a Springsteen cover band, and I don't remember which one it was. I don't think it was East Street Band. It was.
There's a million of them.
There's so many of them.
Eastboro Bandits.
But we sponsored one of the events there last year with one of the Springsteen cover bands. It was great. We actually went out to the show. Yeah, it's a cool spot. Definitely stop by there.
I like their rooftop too.
The rooftop is cool. It's small but intimate. Like it's a cool spot.
The one thing they've been doing lately that I love is they've been holding events in their parking lot. So even during the World Cup,
the Springsteen event was in the parking lot.
Yeah, I love it. So even during the World Cup, they had set up the tent and put like a large projector out there for the game.
Cool event. Definitely go check out Reef and Barrel.
Cool.
It's a cool spot.
And then we've also got Joe's Surf Shack.
Joe's always been good to us.
Yeah, we
Joe's
love them.
We do
are
karaoke now.
There for their karaoke, which I believe is Tuesdays.
You were correct.
Tuesday nights on karaoke.
Yep.
So if you're around the area looking for something to do, we've always got those things going on. You never know if we'll be out there.
Fun time, great crowd. Definitely go out to Joe's. It's a fun place.
And then, again, we're talking about building relationships, some of the things that we have going on. We've got some new locations over the last couple of months that we haven't spoken about too much.
Sean's been working his butt off.
And shout out to our buddy Sean. It's been nice seeing things from his perspective. And again, he's a guy that has gotten in touch with all of us at one point to, if it's with me with social media or talking to contacts that I've previously been working with.
Yep.
He's
checks in all the time.
He's done a really good job of getting out there and spreading the word. And one of my favorite things about Sean is that he kind of takes an ownership role where he's in it. This is his thing now.
I think Sean has a little bit of passion for what he's doing.
No, absolutely, 100%.
I talk to Sean a couple times a week probably. He always checks it. Like as soon as he gets excited, which I love.
Yes,
I love the excitement. He'll be like, "Oh, I went to whatever, and I think they're in, and I'll let you know because I'm going to go back there and talk to them." Like he just gets such an excitement to him, which gives me a little bit of, I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's good."
That's what you want to see in somebody who's doing that.
Definitely,
sure.
Definitely has a passion for what he's doing, which is cool.
And it's a small world too, because when I first spoke with him, he was like, "Oh, you used to work with my sister." So before I became a teacher, I was working as a paraprofessional, and his sister was a teacher in the school I worked in, and I had no idea. Lauren, if you're listening, hope you're doing well. I know you got a lot of things going on, but you got this. You're a strong person. Yes. Some of our new locations that we have are some of the ones we've been looking to get. We've got Tommy's right across the street from our distillery in Freehold.
Awesome.
They were doing a really cool job of pushing our stuff, and the bourbon's there, the teas are there. So if you're in Tommy's, ask for Three Brooks. That's the Freehold location on Route 9. A spot that I'm really excited about that Sean's done a great job of getting both products in is Lavotti's in Brick. Have you guys been to a Lavotti's before?
The one in Freehold.
I've been to the one in Freehold. There's no liquor store in there, though, right?
No, I think Brick might be the only one
that
has one. Now, I remember last year when I was in the hospital getting my chemo stuff done, had a lot of time to scroll the internet, and Lavotti's does this partnership with Jersey Freeze.
Oh, awesome.
And they make like an ice cream together.
That's cool.
So they had like an Italian rainbow cookie ice cream that they made. So it was the rainbow cookies from Lavotti's, the ice cream from Jersey Freeze. And I remember I finished up my session, went right to Lavotti's and bought 2 of them and went home. Really good food over there. Yes. And you guys obviously love Italian food. Lavotti's is a great spot. And they've been really cool to us too. So if you're in the Bricktown area, which a lot of my friends have been, go check them out. They've got our Three Brooks bourbon, and they do have our Get Ready with Tea now. One that I'm very excited for, boys, this has kind of been... I don't want to say the dream, but it's certainly a part of it.
It's the Tuesday experience.
This is the Court Jester.
Yes.
We are officially in the Court Jester in Freehold and Aberdeen, Madawan. We are in both locations. We'll have some social media coming out in the next few weeks where I was able to go to the Court Jester, speak with the owners, with our video company, and I was there for a couple of hours. And
where were we the night that we went to the Jester? Where were we before that? Oh, was it the members?
We were at the.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we were at the members thing.
I was trying to I was thinking about it. I was like, we went there. They were out of it.
So our bourbon had just gotten into Court Jester, and Chuck and I, we were all at the top shelf, which we're going to get to in a moment. Event that we held, and I said, "Hey, Chuck, I think I'm going to go to the Court Jester tonight, just because." it's kind of been one of my goals to drink our bourbon in one of my favorite local bars. And for me, I've been going to the Court Jester for 25 years since I moved to New Jersey. Went there as a kid to eat with my parents, went there with my friends after high school. And then once we turned 21, that's just the neighborhood bar that you went to. Night before Thanksgiving, everyone's there. You go there on the Thursday night cruise nights that used to go down, everyone's there. So the Court Jester is something that I've kind of grown up with. Chuck and I go there. Stacy joins us. We're having dinner, and we're excited to try the Three Brooks bourbon. We walk in behind the bar on the chalkboard, now serving,
and it's
Three
listed
Brooks
everywhere.
bourbon.
Like it's pretty prominent that they sell it there.
They give us their printout of all their drinks that they have, and I have to tell you, for the type of establishment they are, when you walk in thinking that it's more of an old-fashioned, antiquated spot, they have done a great job of keeping up with everything and giving you.
I don't see it as an antiquated. I see it as like a classic pub, like a local neighborhood pub.
I got it as like an old school because everything they do
definitely old school.
Describe it, yes.
Definitely old school.
But for them to still have all these craft beers on tap and to have a spirits list, there are places.
I love the Bar and the Jester. I think the Bar and the Jester is awesome.
There are places I've gone to where, you know, now that I'm mostly drinking spirits, thanks a lot, Chuck. I'm not worried about what's on tap beer wise. I want to know what kind of gin you have, what kind of bourbons do you have, and then they don't have a list, and the person who's serving doesn't know.
Yeah, that bothers me.
The Jester's in front of it; they have it. So our Three Brooks bourbon is on. It's updated on the menu.
That's awesome.
So it's funny that you say. I do love the fact that she actually had a list of spirits.
Yeah,
right. Like she was like, oh, like because then, like we asked for the Three Brooks, they didn't have it. And
they
I was
didn't
like,
have
you know
it.
what? Like I'm gonna pivot. And now I want to go to gin, and I was like, oh, like I'll take the Irish gunpowder,
So we drank gin instead, which Chuck and I bonded over the Drumshambo gin. But
the Drumshambo.
So we strike out on the bourbon because they sold out. Now we should be happy. They've only had it for a week. They sold out, but my heart is shattered.
Right.
I came here for this
we came there to
experience.
drink the bourbon. Yeah.
And then when I went there on Tuesday to shoot this content, her name's Dana. She was the server that we had that night.
Yeah.
She goes, I remember you. You said you were going to come back. I was like, well, here I am.
You're going to see a lot of us.
So we are now in Court Jester. Really awesome people over there. You know, I always knew that place was special because of my own experience. But when you meet the people behind the curtain, when I tell you that they are passionate about Freehold, New Jersey the industry, the great thing is that when we had Chris and James, and they had another guy with him as well, running all the video and equipment.
Oh, really?
They're all Freehold guys. So the owner.
I know James is. I didn't realize Chris was.
Yeah. Mike and Tony, the two owners, just had us eating out of the palm of their hand with the amount of history and information they were giving us.
That place has been there forever.
Well, I mean, you'll see it when the video comes out.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's so much. So
definitely looking forward to it.
Court Jester, I finally got to drink my bourbon, our bourbon, in one of my favorite spots ever. So get out to the Court Jester and request. Awesome. It's a good time.
They shared a picture of our bottle on social media today.
They did.
And I shared it.
Oh, really? I didn't
know.
My own story.
They took it. We weren't tagged in it, so I didn't know that it had come up. And when I was talking,
I didn't know that it.
When I just happened to see it.
I was talking to Tony yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, we put you on our social media," and I was like, I didn't see it. So I went back and checked it out today, and I shared it from our account. But they even put "now proudly serving," and it was like a really cool thing. So I'm happy that we have broken the ice and we've kind of formed this relationship. And I mean, that's a whole other podcast thing we can talk about with my experience with them.
I mean, one of the things I'm looking forward to, honestly, when we really get this podcast kind of moving is having guys like that in.
Yeah.
Right. Like having those guys come to the distillery where we're going to probably do the podcast going forward, and like having them sit down with us and kind of like doing a little question answer and like, you know, just getting into what they do, which is awesome.
Well, I'll tell you, being there yesterday for 2 hours with these guys, and we were maybe on camera for 45 minutes. The other hour and 15, we were just talking. And
that's the best one.
And thinking about it now, you know, we've gone through so many different versions of what our realization of all of our dreams are here with this Freehold Distilling Company. Yeah. And I think yesterday was one of those moments where I was like, holy shit, we are doing this. We are saying that we want to do things, and we are starting to check them off. You know, and not that obviously with the thousands of dollars of equipment that we had bringing in, which we'll get to. Yeah, that's real. But when I'm there at the spot that was number one on my list for the longest time, and we did it, it feels really good. And to know that they are amazing people that are very like-minded is awesome.
That's awesome.
It's something to be said too when it's your hometown and it's your place from when you were a kid.
Yeah.
I know when I went up and I got a few accounts in Clark, just having friends from Clark say, "Hey, I picked up your stuff," or "I had a drink here." It's just a weird feeling.
It is
like that. It's your home. And your friends are having something you've created.
Yeah.
It's just a fantastic feeling.
Yeah,
I don't know how to describe it.
What I find kind of, to build on that a little bit, what is strange and what is like a growing thing is, like, very often lately, especially, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, like, we heard about what you're doing," and like it's almost like the buzz is getting out so quickly,
Yes,
and growing, that people are constantly asking me about it. And some people that I'm kind of surprised you've even heard about this.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like a growing thing it's cool that it's happening, but it's like happening so fast. It's almost like surreal. Right. Like,
absolutely.
On a daily basis, some random person will be like, "Oh, I heard about the Freehold Distilling Company. Like, when are you guys opening?" Like, I get that every day.
Yeah.
I get that every day, like
Same.
5 times a day.
So
when are you guys opening? We're trying.
I'm just going to say that.
Like,
when are
I
you
don't
opening? The truth is, I was talking to somebody about a seafood boil the other day, and we were talking about something, and it somehow came up with Freehold Distilling. And he just turned to me and said, "Wait, that's you guys?" I said, it's those of us who own the Boiling Point are owners with other guys in the distillery. And he was like, "I have been waiting for that to open. I am so excited." And I'm like, "Me too. I've been waiting for it to open also."
Yeah.
What else can you say?
I did Dr. Tatella's boil this weekend, which we do every year.
JP.
Yeah, JP's great.
Really nice guy.
So awesome.
Really great guy.
Original caterers, great guy.
Such a good guy. If you ever need any kind of, plastic surgery, definitely go to him. He's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But like at least 4 people came up to me during that thing, and they were like, "Oh, like, we heard," like, he told us about the bourbon and when you guys opened a distillery, and it became like a side conversation during that thing, which is awesome. It is definitely, the buzz is out there. Like, I can't wait to get this place open because I don't want to answer the question one more time about when we're opening.
How many answers can we come up with?
Oh, it's killing me.
We're
And like,
not
I feel
today.
like it's such a moving target. Like, I don't want to call it a moving target because it is a little bit of a moving target. Obviously, there's a lot of factors that we can't really control.
Right.
Of course.
We could say it right now. Like, our hope is obviously sometime in the early fall to be open.
Yeah.
Like, if we can be open in October, I'll be very happy about that. I think that's the ultimate goal, but I can't say that that's when it's going to happen because, again, there's a lot of moving parts to it.
Yes.
There is the state. There is getting our equipment, our inspections, our CO, all of those kind of
the
things.
scope
right?
of work, even from both sides of building and our
project,
work. There's a lot,
right? Like, it's not just us, and it's not just what we're doing, but there's a huge parking lot that's getting put in. The site work is getting done. Like, it is just so much stuff that's getting done. So there's so many factors that go into this, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into that part of it. But I get this question every day, and people think I'm being like a dick when I say like I can't answer the question, but I'm not. I'm just like, the honest answer is I want to be open today. I thought we'd be open in August, and I'm hoping in the fall.
Well, I think once we get to a lot of the updates we're going to chat about in a bit, everyone who's listening and curious will kind of have a better understanding as to why our answer.
Yeah, I think the reality is
shifting a bit.
We're getting closer, and we're able to maybe like pin it down a little bit better each week, each month, each day, frankly. But until we get kind of some answers from a couple people that are, again, out of our hands, then the answer is I hope soon.
And we're gonna get there.
Yeah,
we're gonna get there, and you guys are gonna be so excited to be there, and what we've done. I think everybody's gonna be really excited to see it, but we just got to get there.
Just the changes that have happened in the past few weeks are incredible, and just there was a time where it was like, are we just going to be sitting in this big empty warehouse forever? And to just think of where we were, a year ago to where we are now, to where we were a month ago, to where we were 2 weeks ago, to where we are right now, we can really see what the finished product is going to look like. We're almost there.
And
it's
it is an
getting close.
exhausting daily.
Well, let's hold that thought for a moment
All right.
because
Yeah, because
Yep.
it's a great conversation.
you said
Yeah.
the buzzword of products, and I just want to wrap up one of our other locations that we are back in, right? We kind of went through this whole Tasmanian Devil roundabout. Let's
did.
get back into another location. Oh, man, that's your Tasmanian Devil?
My Tasmanian Devil, yeah.
That's the baby Taz. I love Looney Tunes.
can't go
Taz
too
is my
crazy.
favorite guy. Another spot that we are reintroduced and back in is Gerard's in Point Pleasant. Sean has gotten us back in there with our Get Ready with Tea.
My man Sean.
So if you were looking for any of our new spots, we are at Tommy's in Freehold on Route 9, Lavotti's in Brick, Court Jester in both Freehold and Aberdeen, Matawan, and then Gerard's in Point Pleasant. For any information on
And
our
Tommy's
products, and yeah, I said that. That was the first one.
sorry, blah, blah.
And Tommy's. Hey, Tommy's, we're talking to you. Hit us up. We would love to do some work with you. You know, we're neighbors technically. For any information on our products, that's our Get Ready with Tea and our Three Brooks Bourbon. You can go to www.getreadywithtea.com or www.threebrooksbourbon.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us, send us a message. I'll say hello. I'll tell you a joke. I'll probably tell you one of Mike's crazy little secrets. He won't want to know what it is, and we'll reveal it on our next podcast. That
Told you
isn't
that
the
in
part 2.
confidence.
We'll tell you who the
Shannon.
Avengers are.
Yeah, we
No, they won't.
That is a whole podcast.
They
That's
won't.
It's going to be when
we
we're
won't.
open.
We won't tell you.
Yeah.
He's right. We were not gonna
So
tell you.
anyone unfamiliar, Chuck and I on one of our earlier podcasts
it was like the first podcast.
kind of talked about if we could assign an Avenger for each of the 7 of us in this ownership group. And we have our ideas, and I know already for me who's who. Chuck, I think I could guess, and I think that might be the way we do it. We
each guess each
who
other's?
okay, who
we have to write them down though.
for sure, so that there's no BS there.
We're gonna guess some of them the same.
A couple, I think so. And we're going to hold off for that. But, you know, we started to talk about our location and Freehold Distilling on Route 9, which is turning into a beautiful spot. Every time I walk in there, I'm like, oh, my God, there's
Are
air
we up to this
conditioning.
discussion right
Not
now?
yet.
Okay.
We are, before we talk about the downstairs, we're going to talk about the upstairs.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we have
fair.
in our distillery, our business plan and our layout is that our first floor is our general tasting room with a large 40-foot bar, beautiful floor, fireplace, all kinds of stuff that's going on. And then we have our production area, which is massive with 2 fermenters. We've got a 450 gallon,
400 gallon.
400 gallon. Still, I'm gonna watch the first run. I'm gonna say, man, we should have got the 450. I'm just kidding, man.
My man
Just
Tanner
kidding.
has us hooked like we're good. 400
Tanner,
400
yep,
the thing.
good
Shout out
dude.
to Tanner.
Tanner, you better be listening to this, Tanner. You better subscribe.
It's Tanner with Abe Equipment out of Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've seen a lot. It's funny, since we started this venture, I've seen a lot of places that I go to that have Abe Equipment. So
Yeah,
it was comforting to see that other people
The
in the
guy
area.
out in Wrightstown, I can't think of the name of that distillery. Something with an R.
Reckless?
Is it Reckless?
Reckless Town?
Yes, Reckless.
Reckless
yes.
Town. Yeah, shout out Reckless Town.
Yeah, they used Abe.
Yeah.
Abe's a great company. We've been working with Abe technically
3 years.
no
Two.
more. I mean, I've known Tanner since like 2018,
Yeah, but
2019.
Okay, so-
like pre-COVID when we were originally like kind of doing the iterations of what we were gonna do.
You and I for about 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't good enough then, John.
Aaron.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm a beer guy. I guess I'm a quitter, right?
Yeah. Beer guys are cool. I don't want to say that right now.
We'll explain that another time.
Yeah, that's gonna be a T-shirt I'll wear on one of these shows. But yeah, Tanner's been great. He's been like kind of like an advisor for us, going like way back in the day, and he's definitely like he helped us kind of design what we thought this should be.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about.
And we've tweaked
at
it a
some
little
point.
bit,
I
yeah.
think the first episode in the distillery
We'll discuss
will probably be like
a little
we'll
walk
discuss
around
the
there.
equipment and
yeah.
like what the
And maybe
the
we'll patch
thought
him in.
process of it.
Maybe we'll patch him in at that time.
We could probably
Yeah.
do that. I would
Let's fly him out.
Yeah, we're a little strapped right now, Mike. I don't know about that.
coach. He's Tanner. You're coming coach.
Yeah. Sorry.
Might
Best
be
we can do.
might be Econo van.
So in our
Cargo.
downstairs, we've got our tasting room, which is nice size. We've got our production area, which is also a nice size. But the upstairs is something that we weren't really sure what to do with, and we came up with this great idea. It's going to be called the Top Shelf at Freehold Distilling Company, and it is a members lounge. So in order to go up to this area, you must be a member. Now, I want to say this because we've done social media. We are actively selling memberships now, but you can still come to our distillery and see our production area and be in our general tasting room downstairs.
Correct.
Without being a member.
Yes.
If you would like to come to our top shelf, you must be a member. Now, could you possibly know someone and say, hey, can I see it? And we might just take you for a quick tour. Potentially. Chuck might. I might even do that too. But the Top Shelf Members Lounge is for our members only. We are looking for people who are looking for a little bit of an elevated experience, a little more of a VIP kind of realm, and also some corporate accounts for people that are maybe looking to entertain some clients, to provide some networking opportunities. Let's spend a little bit of time talking about the Top Shelf. Mike, you want to tell us a little bit about what we have going on up there?
Sure. We've got a beautiful room with a beautiful design. The gorgeous wood floors have been going in. Well,
Vanna White right now.
excellent job, Chuck and John. But what's really cool about it is off to the side, we've got two beautiful multi-sport simulators, mainly golf simulators, but you have the option to maybe hit some baseballs too, stuff like that.
I am coming firsthand from having, I think I'm actually one of the few people that used all the multi-sport stuff. It is multi-sport. Like, yes, it is first and foremost a golf simulator.
Yeah.
Which you can do like almost every golf course, and it is really cool. It works well. But I mean, I did the shotgun.
The hunting was cool.
Hunting thing was
the
cool.
hunting was amazing.
Like, you literally have a pump action shotgun that you have to rack, and
it has a little
cool.
a little vibration and a kickback on
nice.
it.
It is awesome. We did cornhole, right?
Yep,
we did
we've got cornhole on it.
We did football. We did baseball. There was also soccer. There was also frisbee, which is like cool.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't even
ultimate frisbee?
I don't know if it's ultimate frisbee. It's
Yeah.
frisbee. I don't know. You throw a frisbee. So there is a bunch of stuff, and they all work really. The only one, honestly, that like I was like, it's a little kind of quirky. You got to get used to it. Was the cornhole, because you got to like kind of throw it a little high to get.
And you're throwing
the angle.
beanbags too.
You're throwing real bags,
beanbags.
and you got to get yeah, everything else, like it was just. I mean, the cornhole worked great too, but you just like the angle of it was a little.
Gotta get used to it.
You got to get used to it. Everything else was just amazing. Like you did the baseball, right? Like the
Throwing the ball. Yeah.
Wait,
the baseball was
so it's
awesome.
throwing and hitting?
Yeah, I didn't see a hitting one.
I didn't see a hitting one either.
I did see the one I was doing was almost like precision pitching.
Yeah, it was pitching.
See, I missed the demonstration. I wasn't available
Well,
for
looks
this.
like
Well, don't
you don't get
worry.
to play it until
Don't
we
worry.
open.
I'm
Ask
going
me
to
when
give
we're
you the
opening.
demo. Yeah.
I'm going to go tomorrow
Ask me
morning.
when we're opening.
7 o'clock
Well, you
tomorrow
can't.
morning. I'll
I
be there.
have all the stuff at my house. I brought all of the accessories back so nothing would happen to them in the distillery.
I'll pick you up at 7.
I'll be sleeping by then. Sorry.
Not when I get there.
So we
Better
have
bring
these,
bagels and coffee.
we have these two golf simulators. The idea is that with your membership, you'll have some included time
Right.
On those machines.
to use them. And then to the right of those simulators, there is an area where we are exploring the idea of having a shuffleboard table.
I think the shuffleboard table is 90%. We're doing it.
Yep.
I'd like to have it there.
I
think it's
did
great.
have a conversation about a really cool idea, which I will discuss with the group like
Okay.
tomorrow.
You don't want to throw it on the podcast
I don't
first?
want to throw it on the podcast first. It is actually a very kind of smart idea.
Okay.
Which I never really thought about, and honestly, Stacy kind of brought it up a little bit. But I think it could work pretty well. So we will talk about that. It has to do with the back room a little bit,
Back rooms?
where the break room is.
Yeah.
Right. I know we threw around a bunch of ideas for that. We have some cool ideas going forward with that, but there's an idea that we could do pretty quickly and pretty easily now.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that a little bit.
I hope it's a slime lab.
It's a slime lab. Yes. The kids were like, "Hey, you guys need a Nickelodeon slime?" Like you open the door and somebody dumps.
So it's
slime
like
on
distillery
your head.
daycare,
Yes, yes.
pretty much.
Like the old Nickelodeon from
State's
Florida.
gonna love that.
That sounds like a
be interesting.
horrible idea. Distillery daycare.
So I think the shuffleboard table, like we're definitely looking to have like a kind of networking corporate atmosphere in there. Like you definitely, I mean, we do have a bunch of corporate. We actually got another corporate sponsor today,
Great.
or corporate member today, and we have a lot of very cool corporate members that will probably work in unison with each other outside of the distillery. Like it's a great place to network with people who you could work with. Obviously it's almost like I don't want to call it a BNI group, but almost similar to that network where you'll be able to work with those kind of people. So that is building up quickly. I think Eric and Jared are really, working their tails off to like really get the info out there and get some members in. I talked to Eric before, and he's He's got some stuff he's sending out tomorrow, so he's really, he's busting his butt to try and get
is.
more people in. We have a ton of interest in there. We have a ton of people that are about to sign up, kind of thing. We've got a bunch of people that are already signed up, so we are that space is kind of moving. John has been killing himself to get that space open and built out, and he's really thank God for John, because he really has killed it in there. He's done a great job doing the flooring and the painting, and
he's a workhorse.
He's a workhorse, man. John is amazing. They were putting in the TVs this afternoon upstairs when I was there. The TVs are going to be in by tomorrow. The speakers are already in. We have a cool sound system up there. It is just an amazing space upstairs.
And one of my favorite things about that space, obviously seeing it all come together, but you're on the second floor, and the second floor is directly overlooking the distillery, the production area. So when you are standing at the bar in the top shelf and you look to the left, you'll see 2 window cutouts, and those are going to have glass in them where you can overlook the production area. So if the 3 of us are in there, bottling or moving things from tank to tank, you can kind of see what's going on, but also just creates a really cool backdrop of what you have in your glass.
That is an amazing design element. Yeah. I actually don't even remember how that originally was contemplated.
So long ago.
I'm going to say it was me. I just take credit for everything.
Shannon did it.
Take credit for it, brother. I appreciate that.
I just want to look at you all the time, Chuck. That's really what it is.
So I think it's really cool. Yeah, you'll be able to look out to the distillery, see an actual real live working distillery while you're up there, but get the silence of, you're in a cool, comfortable lounge. I mean, obviously the vibe up there is a lounge vibe. It is a very relaxed. You have cool music. You have a separate bar up there for the tasting room. It is a great space. I think it's going to be a great networking space. I think the feel up there is going to be very again cool vibe, very lounge, comfortable couches,
and it's almost like a communal privacy in a sense, because although it's pretty wide open in that members lounge with the bar, there still are different pockets of the room where we've got some booth seating in the corners. We've got some separation by the overlooks.
Yeah, great place
some
for
couches.
For networking, vibing, talking,
I almost picture it like the 19th hole of the country club.
It is very country club feeling up there. Yeah, that whole vibe up there is very country club feeling.
Yeah.
But I do want to reiterate what Shannon said in the beginning. It is not the only space in Freehold Distilling.
Right.
The public tasting room, which is downstairs, is open to the public. It is a very large space. It is a very large tasting room, and you do not need to be a member. You don't have to join. You can just walk in on a Saturday morning because you and some friends want to come in and try some cocktails. And that is a great space, and it will be open to the public. That is completely public.
Yep.
Upstairs is just a different thing. It is also a tasting room, but it is a members tasting room.
I'd like to say, too, that it's not just the straight spirits that you're going to come in. You're not going to just get bourbon on the rocks, while you certainly can, or get a bourbon neat like we would do. We're going to have some creative drinks, some fun things, something for everybody to try, and maybe you're going to have to come back because there's something you didn't get to that night and want to try the next drink. So we've got some creative ideas going, and we're going to have some people that we're actually in the process of working on hiring that are going to bring some more creative ideas to the table, and it's just going to make it a fun spot downstairs as well.
Definitely, and those are the things that you kind of expect when you go into a distillery.
Sure.
Not that we want to be run of the mill, but we're going to make sure we have our events. We've got our cocktails, our mocktails, our seasonal items. But getting back to the top shelf, the members lounge. A couple of the questions I've had from some of my friends or people in my network is, hey, what do I get for joining, the top shelf? And, for being a member of the top shelf, you are going to have an exclusive space. It's going to be more of an elevated experience, which even now with it being unfinished, it already looks like it's got that elegant elevated look where I'm in there, you know, the floor is not completely finished, but when I was writing
In that room, it is
emails,
actually, as of today, it is finished.
okay,
Yep.
respect, shout out to you. But when we had our meeting on Monday and I'm doing things on my computer and writing on a clipboard, I'm like, oh, I feel like a boss up here, you know? But, you know, some of the things that we're looking to do is obviously we're going to have some of that golf simulator time. We're going to have some members-only events. There will be opportunities for the networking. There's going to be opportunities for limited release spirits.
taste,
There's going to be, you know, barrel offerings that we have. So, and also, too, the cocktail menu upstairs is going to be slightly different from what you would get from the downstairs. Of course, you'll have all of our mainstays, all of the things that are offered at our general tasting room, but it's going to be a little more elevated and a little more personal, attentive service than you would receive in our general tasting room.
It is for certain something special. I would say if you're interested, definitely reach out and, you know, we'll get you more info on it. You know, besides for the simulators, which is that in itself, if you belong to any local area golf simulator, you know, it is that alone is the price that you're probably paying. But you have the tasting bar, you have the special releases, you have, you know, potential to do bottling of your own barrels, and there's just a lot of cool stuff that is included with that membership. And just the space alone, like just the ability, if you were in the business world or, you know, even just enjoy like that feel, it is that country club kind of networking special area feel, which is pretty amazing.
And space is limited. You know, these aren't unlimited
limited.
memberships.
Like,
we
yeah,
are
we should be specific.
tied
It's
to a
very
number.
limited. Yep.
So if you are interested in getting more information, maybe coming through for a tour, and you're serious about it, please go to www.freeholddistilling.com. You can click on any of the links at the bottom of the page. It's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. And there's a link in the bio that will take you to a form that you can fill out, and we will be in touch with you. I'm excited for the top shelf.
We're happy to give anybody a walkthrough to check it out.
Absolutely.
It's funny because I had commented on the video that came out on socials today, or was it today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday, actually.
Yesterday.
And I just said it's amazing that in the 2 weeks since they filmed that video, the space looks totally different.
Yeah.
Right? Like it is. There's so much more finish to it than there was 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks from now, it'll probably be even more. Like I said, they were putting up the TVs when I was up there today, and they were, you know, kind of like the flooring is done up there now.
Yeah.
So we're now looking at like doing like the molding finishes and the, you know, the wrapping of the columns and all that kind of stuff. The bar is about to get finished. They were laying out the bar tops today.
Right.
You know, the equipment's all up there, so that's all going to get connected in the next, you know, week or so.
Yeah.
The bar tops?
They were doing the bar top layouts today. Yeah. So they're going to cut those and start bringing them in probably in another week or so.
It's
Son of a
every
biscuit.
time we show up, it makes so much progress.
It is moving along, man. These guys are, you know, they're moving along, and we're you know,
There were
we're
so
there
many
every day
people-
trying to push stuff and get stuff done. And
There were so many people there today. You know, as I told you when you said, "Did anybody bring this equipment upstairs?" that arrived, there was nowhere to go. I mean, the TV guys were upstairs. There was all these
Yeah, they
different
were there when I was
people.
there today.
So many people were there doing different things, and I wasn't even sure what they were all doing, to be honest with you. But everybody was working on something,
Yeah.
bringing
there was
things in
TV
and
guys
out.
there. They were doing the gas lines for the boiler today.
I talked to the TV guys, but I mean, so much.
It is moving along. Bobby will be there tomorrow to finish the emergency event.
It's a lot. It's a large scope of work in many different realms, and you know, it's for me, it's almost like just one room at a time. Let's get it going. Before we wrap up,
This is a transition point.
I know. Before we, you see, I'm ahead of you, man.
Guys are on it.
Oh no, we have more to go through. We're saving the construction part. I do.